Thank you for staying with us on Consider This. Listen, Sharad here, and here's what we want you to consider tonight. So yesterday, AirAsia boss Tan Sri Tony Fernandes said the time has come to shut down his Twitter account, saying that social media has become such an angry place. So we have a shot of his tweet, which reads, having closed Facebook, time is coming to shut down Twitter. Been such a fan, but too much negativity and falsehood and anger. It's been an amazing ride. Feel much better now, not on Facebook, and I'm sure we'll be even better without Twitter. Social media has become an angry place. So Sharad, you are quite the prolific tweeter, I must say. Do you think Twitter is an angry place?
Well, I mean, Twitter is an expression of all kinds of emotions. Anger is one of them. It's a human emotion. I think it's legitimate. The question is whether you can get mired in a lot of negativity in your own particular
echo chamber,
or your little segment of the Twitterverse. So, and there are strategies to get out of it. I mean, you can block people who troll you. You can do all kinds of things. So the decision that Tony makes to remove himself is an interesting one.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure that that's the best way to move forward, because if somebody as influential as Tony is on Twitter, he can try, I mean, he's not going to be necessarily successful, but he can try to change the conversation. He can inject and push a much more positive, critical but positive agenda through social media if he wanted to, rather than just withdraw himself. I mean, that's just my personal opinion.
So that's your opinion, and I have to say, I somewhat disagree with you on that, because I think on Twitter, and I'm on Twitter and I tweet often, but I don't think that is a platform to change anybody's mind. I think that most people come to Twitter with a set worldview, and they are not ready to be convinced otherwise, no matter what facts you feed to them.
Well, that might be true of the vast majority, but you can also think of speaking to those who are much more open. And I think the public and the social and societies consist of people who are dogged in their opinion, people who are, as you say, set in their ways, but there are also people who are open, especially young people, who look to others to help them, remind them of facts, counter facts. I mean, there are all kinds of strategies. You have to keep faith. I mean, you could say this of all media, that people have their own opinions and they're not going to listen to other things. We don't close shop because we keep faith with the idea that reason and thinking and positive emotions can reshape conversations.
Right. No, okay. In that respect, I stand correct. I agree with you in that respect. I don't think that a lot of minds will be changed, but I do think that Twitter has democratized the sharing of information, which is a good thing and a bad thing, right? So,
but we also know that social media has creatures we call influencers, who obviously are not like everybody else. Yes, these creatures have disproportionate sway or power to sway opinion, and that's why they're paid the big bucks.
Okay.
Unlike me, who doesn't get a cent from what I do on Twitter. But I think it's important to recognize that, yes, it's democratized it, but there also are the hierarchies that have come back into social media. Tony, of course, is a man of immense influence because of what he's created, and yeah, to remove himself means one less, perhaps, reasoned voice in the Twitter sphere.
Okay, what about the people who leave Twitter quietly versus those who leave Twitter or social media with some form of fanfare? What is that about?
Well, okay, so that sounds like, you know, we're going to launch into a critique of Tony's decision to go public with wanting to withdraw from something like Twitter. Now, perhaps, you know, he's responding to the need for people to know why he goes quiet, right? So, okay, so he's providing information. It could be, and I think this would be the less generous explanation, is that, you know, many of us who are on Twitter, social media, are kind of attention-seeking individuals, right? There's some personality trait.
We say that with love, because we too are on Twitter seeking attention and love. I do have to say, though, I mean, you're absolutely right about a missed opportunity to have someone say positive things on Twitter, or use that platform to affect change, for instance. However, I think that should this be for the benefit of his mental health, then why not? Perhaps maybe not leave social media completely, but take some social media breaks. And if that works for your mental health, then so be it.
Yeah, more power to you,
More
Tony.
power to you, Tony. All right, that's all the time we have for this episode of Consider This. I'm Melissa Idris. With me, Sharad Kutan. We will be back with you same time tomorrow night for another episode. Thank you for watching and good night.